You'd think by now that Disney could just hire a Jack Sparrow impersonator to play Jack? Oh wait, they kind of did. Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales is the 5th Pirates film, this time directed by Norwegian directors Joachim Rønning and Espen Sandberg, with Jerry Bruckheimer back to produce another swashbuckling adventure. Johnny Depp returns as the legendary Jack Sparrow, as well as Jeffrey Rush as Captain Barbossa, along with series newcomers such as Brenton Thwaites as Henry and Kaya Scodelario as Karina Smith, and the ever-enchanting Javier Bardem as the villain Captain Salazar. What we get is a film that acts as a pretty safe soft reboot of the franchise, and probably the best Pirates film since the original. While there are some surprises here for fans of the franchise, there is definitely the feeling of it sort of just being another Pirates adventure, with nothing particularly memorable or outstanding from the other films, where the filmmakers decide to stick more with what's familiar of the Pirates of the Caribbean mythology. Now, while this film is 129 minutes long, this film definitely felt at least 2.5 hours to maybe even 3 hours long, mainly due to a number of pacing issues in the second and third acts. There were a number of times where I saw people in the audience checking their phones, seeing which part of the film they were up to, and it honestly had felt like more time had passed than it actually did. So slow pacing definitely weighs down the film, even though there's a ton of action keeping you engaged and interested in the film. The pacing of the film just ultimately slows it down to a bit of a grind, to be honest. The MacGuffin of the film is the Trident of Poseidon, which many pirates are after, like Captain Salazar, which has been said to reverse all sea curses. Captain Salazar is this pirate who was put under a curse after an encounter with Jack Sparrow, and so for most of the film he is seeking revenge against Jack Sparrow for what had happened to him. And there's a massive race to try and get this trident, as if Salazar gets it, his curse is reversed and he's able to continue ruling the seas. Now, every shot used in this film is used to show off the scale and the epic nature of the film and the Pirates franchise. Much like Gore Verbinski's style in the original trilogy, you can definitely tell that Disney wanted to show off how much they'd spent on this film. Each shot is grand and epic, with lots of giant shots of ships and explosions and towns, with lots of different things happening around in the screen. This is a very effects heavy film, a lot of set pieces. This is definitely a spectacle heavy film, which at times can resort to using CGI a bit more than it probably should, which is a criticism that the Pirates films have had in the past. But when scenes are shot through the camera, such as the breathtaking shots of Queensland where the film was shot in Australia, your breath really is taken aback. There are some beautiful shots in this film. The score is great. Hans Zimmer's score is used just enough, probably just the right amount, but you really can't beat that theme. That franchise is so lucky to have that theme. I mean, it's a joy. Whenever that theme kicks into gear during a set piece, that's when you sort of know that you're right into a Pirates film, that this is the Pirates film that you've come to sit and enjoy. Jack Sparrow here feels a bit more like a joke now. He's not taken quite as seriously. Johnny Depp does slip into character very easily, but there are some scenes where it seems as though he is phoning it in, or he is impersonating Jack Sparrow rather than being a living, breathing character, which is a bit disappointing considering how much Johnny Depp gets paid to play Jack Sparrow. And you just feel like that character deserves a bit more from that, considering this is the 5th film that we've had with him now. Salazar isn't particularly memorable either, mainly due to how little involvement and interaction he actually has with Jack Sparrow. We do get some in flashbacks with how the two pirates came to meet. Captain Salazar and his crew are really just sort of there in the background. They don't really have a great deal of influence until much later on in the film, where the British are still sort of the bigger opposing force to the pirates in the film, and the supernatural elements just don't really seem to kick in till a bit later on in terms of where Jack Sparrow's story is concerned. But again, the film still does feel a bit bloated like the Verbinski films, just not quite as self-indulgent as those films were. It tries to slim some of the fat around some of these scenes and tries to give us a bit more of a condensed experience, but the film still just feels feels a bit too long, a bit too bloated. And some shots do come across as very Hobbit-esque, where the scenes almost feel a bit too real. The actors themselves are in focus and a lot of the background is out of focus, and it just sort of makes a lot of the sets kind of stand out a bit more against the actors, and ironically makes those scenes feel more like a theme park attraction. But ultimately, Pirates 5 doesn't redefine the series. It is definitely the best film since the first. I personally haven't really been a massive fan of the Pirates franchise. I do really love the first film, but the film sort of took a nosedive from the second to the fourth film, where they sort of declined in quality from there. I am kind of glad that Disney have gone back to the first film to try and reboot the franchise in a way, and given it a bit more of that look, tone, and feel of the first film here. But there are still those pacing issues that the previous Pirates films have been plagued with. So while we're not quite there in terms of a redefining Pirates of the Caribbean film, this film will definitely please Pirates fans, but for everyone else, it's definitely going to feel more of the same. So for Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales, I'm giving the film a 6.5 out of 10. If you're a Pirates fan, you're probably going to check it out. Otherwise, for everyone else, maybe wait till it is on Blu-ray. Check it out on Blu-ray or on Netflix, but be warned, it is a long film, so if you're going to watch it at home on the comfort of your couch, there is a chance you may fall asleep. So anyway guys, thank you for watching this review. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, do remember to hit the thumbs up button, and do remember to leave a comment down below in the comment section. Are you planning to see Pirates 5? Which is your favorite Pirates film? Do let me know down below in the comments. And don't forget guys, you can hit the subscribe button as well as the little bell symbol next to the subscribe button, which lets you know when the Mono Report uploads videos. And also don't forget guys, you can also follow the Mono Report on Facebook and Twitter at the Mono Report. Thank you so much guys, I always appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget you can stay right here for your Mono Fix. Bye guys.